Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of Agents Get Social. I am so excited today because we are going to be talking about some tactical tips to making your open house more marketable on social media. And it's really important that you kind of think about your strategy before an open house as just as important as the actual open house itself. And so many times I see people being like, okay, well, I picked an open house. I'm going to make some flyers. I'm going to have some flyers made by the title company. And then I'm going to put my signs out and then hope someone shows up. And while we are, not about the posting and praying, we are also not about the putting out signs and praying, because so much of the success that can come from an open house comes in the preparation. And you can pick an open house on like a Wednesday and like that could be fine, whatever, and you can throw up a social media post and be like, okay, come to my open house. But really, you want it to be so, marketed well, where your ideal clients could potentially see it in the days leading up to your open house, and make your open house become more of an event versus just a box you're checking off. And I hope that didn't ruffle some feathers. Maybe it did. And then, we like ruffling feathers here because ruffling feathers leads to action. So we're going to talk about how to use video content to maximize your chance of success. And if the whole concept of video makes you want to just throw up, I would love to tell you that video is going away, but it's not. It's only becoming more imperative to lean into as part of your social media strategy, because video builds that know, like, and trust factor so much quicker than a stagnant photo post. While showing your face in a photo post is so great, showing your voice and seeing someone talking just builds that connection so much quicker. And we're not about wasting time here. We are not about the whole, we're here to work smarter, not harder. So if we can incorporate video content to reach more people, then we're all about it. And I tell people all the time, video content is so crucial because it reaches a greater audience than you ever would be able to talking. Because if you get 300 views on a video that you posted, and that happens within 24 hours, which someone could be like, oh, 300 views, that's crappy. I'm not happy with that. But if you think, could you physically talk to 300 people in one day if you're not doing like some big speaking engagement? No. So the opportunity you have for evergreen exposure for someone, as far as posting one video and you getting 300 views, that's 300 people you would have never talked to otherwise. So I try to flip the script on the mindset about video, because people feel like, oh my gosh, this is so time consuming. This takes so much time. Even if it took you an hour to film and edit a video, or 2 hours, in 2 hours, you would not have the opportunity to talk to 500, 600, 700, 800, 900 people. And I tell people all the time, your words that you're speaking only last a certain amount of time. Even an Instagram post, a Facebook post, the lifespan is so short, but the opportunity with a video for evergreen, which means, it can last on the internet forever, which, scary for some people, but I think of that as such an opportunity to reach people down the road, whether it be next week, next month, next year. So it's really important that even if you're creating content, for an open house that's, this weekend, that it becomes almost a tool to show people how you work as an agent. Because every opportunity in video is an opportunity for someone to see you, not just to buy the house you're sitting open, which obviously, woohoo, if you sell the home from one video post, amazing, but the likelihood is low. So I tell people your video content preparing for an open house is for the purpose of showing someone how you work as an agent, and showing someone your diligence and your knowledge and your expertise to, let's say it together, build your know, like, and trust factors in a long-term sense. So let's break down 3 videos that you can start filming for your next open house. The first one being an invitation video. So this is a front-facing video of you inviting your past clients and network to your open house. Do not think of it as just a video to invite people to an open house. This is a way to keep yourself top of mind for your past clients and network that you are a realtor, that you are out there working. This is so important because then it gives you that, touch point that is not, just random. It's deliberate. It's telling them, hey, this is something I'm doing. Please come out and visit. And even if they come and they don't want to buy that house and they come to that open house, it's another chance for you to talk to them because you never know who they know that could be buying or selling soon. Or it's just that way to continue to establish that relationship because we all know that the percentage of people who reuse a realtor is so low. And that's not because you suck as a realtor. I mean, I'm sure that out there are realtors that suck, but if you're listening to this, you probably don't suck because you're great because you're listening to me. But it's because people forget and people don't think about it all the time. So it's just another way for you to stay in front of someone in a really deliberate and positive way. So don't think of it as, even if they don't buy or sell, that it was a waste, because it wasn't. And this is something that you can send out via text message. It's something you can send out via email, via social media post, anything like that. I really think it's super cool to do a video invitation on your stories, whether it be Facebook stories or Instagram stories, and even more so on Instagram if you have a close friends list, because it makes people feel like they've got the exclusive invite. And do this as soon as you get the open house scheduled, because then it gives people time, especially this time of year. I mean, maybe you're listening to this at a different time of year, but during the holiday season, almost everyone has weekends booked. And they're like, oh my gosh, if I would have known, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days in advance, I could have made it work. So give people the most notice that you can. You can also connect with a vendor or a service, like your title company or something like that, to access the emails and phone numbers of neighbors to invite them to. Because guess what? If you can have this text message or email blasted out, that video invitation, that feels so personal to people because they're hearing it from you as a realtor. Now they're putting a face to maybe your name as you're trying to establish yourself in real estate or in this specific neighborhood. And they can forward this to people that they know who might be looking in that area or that neighborhood. And if they're looking to sell, they're seeing the efforts that you are putting in as an agent, even if it's not your listing, to sell that home, because everyone wants agents that go above and beyond. And they want to say, hey, my agent did XYZ for me. Your agent didn't. You should talk to my agent. And this is just another way to establish your credibility. And it's so great because it's, a way to say, hey, if someone loves living in a neighborhood, they probably have people that they know that they want to live in that neighborhood with them. So if they have a quick, video that they can send out and say, hey, they're having an open house, go check it out, or maybe contact you directly to schedule, a tour before the open house even happens. Woo! That would be amazing if you could sell the house before the open house. So, number 1, invitation video. And like I said, please make it front facing where they're hearing you, seeing you say the words. Number 2 is going to be a neighborhood showcase or a city showcase. So this is something that I don't see people do a lot of, which kind of blows my mind because I think this is the most fun and easiest one to actually incorporate. And it is highlighting the features and the area that this home actually is in. And it's so much more than just like, oh, here's the community pool. It's more showing the aspects of living in that area. So it's the cool restaurants around. It is, the parks, it is the, community pool, whatever. But it's so much more of the experience of what it's like to live there. Because if someone wants to buy somewhere, they want to buy for the area as well. And it gives people this really great way to see how would it be for that lifestyle of living in that area? And this content is not just great for that open house. This is that evergreen type of content that's, hey, let me show you three best things about living in Gilbert, Arizona. And it's showing, these really cool places in Gilbert, Arizona, or three great features of Gilbert, Arizona. And it also may be that you're giving, hey, check out these cool restaurants around this home, or, check out these really great local businesses around this area. Because guess what happens is that then someone is like, oh, you know what? Maybe we'll go check out that open house and then we'll hit up that restaurant spot for lunch. It almost makes your open house feel like a part of their day, their destination for the weekend, rather than something that they're like, oh, honey, it looks like an open house. It gives them a plan. And again, people are busy. They don't always want to stop at an open house because they may not have time to do it. They may not have an agent and they feel like they need an agent, but it really gives them, a destination. And so showing these cool different features of, an area, you can not only do it in a short form, video, whether it be TikTok or Reels or YouTube Shorts, but you could also make it a YouTube video where it's where maybe you're doing 10 great things about living in a specific neighborhood or area. And then you're shortening that on a reel or in a TikTok to the 3 things. And then you're directing them to YouTube for that longer form content where you are giving more information. It's just another way for, again, people to see how you market, but it's also really great content that people like to see. And it's not just, your open house like picture post. It's that really cool way of showcasing you as a local expert, which obviously is the goal for someone. It's really that you become that person that's giving them the value of what it's like to live in a specific area, because you have to think outside of your small bubble of content or potential clients, that there's so much, there's such a better way to maximize your reach. Number 3, and probably the most common, is your home tour. And I see people do home tours in a lot of different ways, and home tours can become fodder for comparison, because you feel like, oh my gosh, I just have a phone. I don't have a professional videographer. I can't afford a professional videographer. I don't have drone footage. I don't have all of the bells and whistles to make my videos like super amazing and super stellar. Let me just tell you, you just need your phone, which you already have because you're listening to my podcast right now. And I know you have a phone because you're in real estate and you need a phone. But there's a way to make home tours so much more exciting and consumable versus just what everyone thinks as a like fancy home tour. And there's great if you do those, awesome for you, congratulations. But we also have to think about, the people that are not always doing that and feel like they're playing a comparison game to those video tours, that they're like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to showcase a home the same way. No, we're going to talk about doing home tours the fun and easy way. You want your home tours to be short and sweet and to the point and not a lot of details. And if you're sitting there and you're like, oh my God, Danielle, why would I not want to put a bunch of details in a home tour because I want someone to buy the home? No, you want someone to watch the video, to go to view the home, or to contact you. You have to think about the end result after someone watches the video. It's not that you want them to be able to know all the details and make a split decision that they don't like the house. You want them to find out more information. And how are they doing that? They're contacting you, they're going to your website, they're visiting your open house. So to start a home tour video, we do a really strong hook. We bring them in by saying something like, guess the price of this home, or just wait until you see the pool on this home, or, what $300,000 can get you in, Maricopa, Arizona. You want that really strong hook that gets them to stop the scroll. Because when we're thinking about these videos, we want them to be short and sweet because we don't want people to spend a lot of time on them because people don't have a lot of time. And they don't always want to watch, a 3-minute long, drone filled video tour on YouTube. Sometimes they do, but we're thinking in the sense of marketing ourselves and marketing the open house. And right now, short form video is so important. So your home tour, like I said, strong hook. Bring them in, stop the scroll, make them want to keep watching. Then you're going to show clips of the home, but they're going to be short. We're thinking high frame count. And if you've never heard the term high frame count or high frame rate, that means there's a lot of clips and they're short. Because guess what? When you have a lot of clips that are changing quickly, it helps keep people's attention. This is the CoComelon effect. If you have toddlers or toddlers, CoComelon has very short frames because it keeps toddlers to keep watching. They consider it like crack. Not the best, but we're going to take that knowledge and utilize it for our own good for our home tour videos. So like I said, you want those to be quick, showing the best features of the home. We're talking under 15 seconds, under 30 seconds. We do not want long videos because we want someone to make it to the end. You will not be giving out the address in these videos. And if you say to me, why would I not want them to know the address? Because guess what they're going to go do? They're going to go Google it. They're going to go on Zillow. They're going to call their own agent. And what you want them to do is you want to be that point of contact. You want to be that resource. There are not many opportunities for realtors to be that resource anymore because the internet has made it so easy for people to do their own searches, which we love when it's our benefit, but we don't love when we don't ever know. So if you are doing these home tours, make sure that you are not giving out the address. Yes, give out the city, the zip code, whatever, but what you want it to be is that they have to contact you for that information, whether it be by sending it to you via direct message, or what I love to do is create some sort of single property site through your whatever website platform you use, where someone would have to enter their information to get that from you. Because you need to be able to capture information to create a follow-up for potential clients. And that's obviously the goal. You want to be the source of that info. So you want that call to action to be, a link or, a message to you or, text this to get the information. I love text codes. I think they work amazing if you have them set up properly because now you're getting their direct info. And if someone wants to know that, they're gonna contact you. And I don't always love giving out the price unless it's part of, guess this price or, what this amount gets you, because that can also be a turnoff for people. And that's why I also don't have a lot of clips because I want them to, go look at more photos from a website or something else. You just want it to be highlighting the best parts of the home without giving it all away. And that's why I tell people under 15 seconds or under 30 seconds, use fun trending audios on your reels with transitions. And if you can't do a video, get photos. And there's so many ways you can do quick photo clips and still make it entertaining. I like my home tours to also have a front-facing aspect where you're starting it off and you're introducing yourself and you're like, hi, I'm Danielle with, eXp Realty. Let me show you, let's check out this home I'm doing an open house for. Or how can we spice that up? Hey, Danielle here with eXp. Let's see what $300,000 can get you in Mesa, Arizona. And then you say, come with me. You're bringing them with you. You're now creating, hi, I'm the realtor. You're front facing. And again, now you're showing people who you are, what you do without giving it all away. And if you don't want to front face, if you're not feeling comfortable yet, totally fine. I do tours without doing front face all the time. And you can do it. Just make it, again, quick, high frame rate, entertaining, and enjoyable to watch with some fun hook that's going to keep people watching. So if you're sitting here and you're like, oh my gosh, I have never incorporated video into my, open house marketing strategy, you really should start, because open houses are 50 million times better than flyers. Not that flyers don't serve a purpose, but I can tell you that I would much prefer making video content to door knocking. Not everyone would agree with me, But I think of so much of the video content really just establishes us and creates that connection even before the open house happens. Because now I feel more comfortable heading to an open house because I feel like I know that person. And obviously, people will tell me, hey, I'm going to go live at the open house. But again, the preparation is so important because going live, while that could be great in the moment, you're not targeting a big enough audience to get a big enough reach when it comes to preparing for that open house. So, definitely, if you want to go live before the open house, like a day before or 2 days before. And if you want to go live at the open house, that's totally good. Maybe don't make it look like the open house is empty though, because that's not, people want to go where it's popular, where it's popping, where people are at, and not just because you're inviting them in an open house where if you have time to film a live video, people may feel like it's not that great and people aren't there. So just food for thought. If you, like I said, if you're doing open houses this season in your business, definitely try and incorporate one or two or all three of these videos into your strategy to really maximize that reach and to really showcase who you are as an agent and how you can show up for people. I hope these tips helped, and I'm excited to talk to you guys soon.